Thank you very much, Randy, and let's go right back to our phone callers. Next up is Andrew, listening in Columbia, Illinois. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Hank. Thank you so much for all you do. I actually am so excited that I can listen to you here. I actually listened to you growing up as a kid in Nevada, and I moved out to St. Louis area, and now you're back, so that's awesome. I had a question in regards to politics or Christians in politics. When Jesus said that if his kingdom was of this world, his disciples would be fighting for this world. And for someone who's really interested in politics, I feel somewhat torn in the sense that getting involved in that dirty business versus being involved in something in the church. What would you recommend for someone who has, some questions in regards to Christian and politics? I'll put you on hold, and after I had another quick question.
Yeah, well, I think the bottom line is there's not a single square inch of this world that God does not say, this is mine, and we should be involved in every sphere of society. Obviously, this kingdom is not an eternal kingdom. We look forward to an eternal kingdom. This universe is going to be transformed. There's going to come a time when there's a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwells righteousness. But in the meantime, we are in this world, though we are not of this world, and we are going to be called to account for what we did with our time, talent, and our treasure. So depending on what God's calling is for you, you dare not abdicate that calling. You can't say, well, I feel called to be an educator, but I'm not of this world. Or I feel called to be an artist, but I'm not of this world. Or I feel called to be the president of Christian Research Institute, but I'm not of this world. No, you will be called to account for what you did with what you were given in this time space continuum. And of course, Jesus made that abundantly clear when he talked about the many talents as opposed to the few talents, and whether you have few or many, you're still going to be called into account for what you did with it. If I get to heaven, I'm not going to be judged based on the talents God gave you, nor will you be judged based on the talents God gave me, but we will be judged for what we did with respect to our own callings. And therefore, we not only need to make our calling certain, but we ought to use our gifts for God's glory and for the extension of his kingdom. And certainly that can be done in the political realm. I said this in the broadcast before, but it bears repeating. There are those who suggest that you can't legislate morality. Of course you can. It's not a matter of whether you can legislate morality. It's a matter of whose morality is being legislated. And therefore we dare not abdicate our responsibilities.